Waltrip in the 21 car.
And Kenny Wallace.
Despite the problem on pit road, that 81 car is still running well. He is.
Oh, and Earnhardt gets hurt. Elliott hard in the wall.
Major crash here on the front stretch. A car upside down. That's Bill Elliott. And Dale Earnhardt was on his side as he came down through the tri-oval. A major crash here at the tri-oval. Car still.
We see a wheel rolling across the racetrack. Knocked the wheel off somebody's car.
And that is exactly what we were talking about. When the cars get bunched up.
And oh, man, what great news that is. That's Bill Elliott taking his visor up. He's taking his gloves off like he's in the garage. There comes John Andretti. And look at this car.
Oh, my gosh. And a fire burning there in the engine compartment. But we saw from the in-car camera that Bill Elliott was moving around inside. And, man, that is great news. The 9 car of Lake Speed has been severely damaged on the right front. Let's take a look at the replay of what happened when the cars were here right before they crossed the starting line.
There's Elliott. Ward Burton gets in the side of Earnhardt. Just touches him. Elliott in there on the roof, sliding across. We see Chad Little going down, hit Michael Waltrip. The 3 car gets banged from Jerry Nadeau, I think. Elliott's car now back on its wheels. We see Schrader down on the inside. Bobby Hamilton, heavy damage to Schrader's car.
Chad Little involved. Wow. A scary moment here at Talladega. Again, we take a look at Ward Burton making slight contact with Dale.
Oh, and Bill hit that wall so hard.
Bill getting out of the car, Jerry.
Well, the best news a crew could have is when a driver can actually talk to him, and they did. We're able to communicate with Bill Elliott. They have also talked, I'm told, down here with Dale Earnhardt, able to talk after the cars have come to a rest. And what a whale of a lick. Elliott, a little bit groggy. His safety crews are on the scene. They will have him out on a stretcher, taken to the Hardwick Caraway Medical Center infield care center to take a look at Bill Elliott, but thankfully awake and alert, a little bit groggy, but getting out of the race car, and the red flag will come out because there is debris all over this racetrack.
Well, we thought we were going to make it without one of these harrowing accidents. There is Dale Earnhardt, and that is also good news, and Bill is walking around. Boy, he's pretty groggy, but it looks like he's okay.
He refused to stretcher, and Earnhardt's checking on him, and oh, man.
This is the ride that Bill Elliott took from his in-car camera. Let's ride with him. Camera worked all the way through. Here's the other angle of it. Up hard into that wall.
Hard in that wall. Unbelievable contact in that wall.
Fortunately, the car did not get up into the catch fencing as Bobby Allison's did several years ago. But boy, there is a lot of damaged race cars. But apparently no driver injuries from this major accident that's brought out the red flag in the Die Hard 500 at Talladega.
As the laps wind down in the Daytona 500 and 6 cars running a single file draft in the lead, there's another group of about a dozen who are all side by side from position 7 back to about 19th and 20th, all really fiercely racing for position. Unfortunately for them, they're about 2/3 behind.
From the back straightaway, Dale Earnhardt is into the wall. Looked as though he was tapped by Dale Jarrett coming off the corner, racing side by side. Earnhardt hit the outside wall hard and rolled down the back straightaway.
Earnhardt's car will spin off to the apron of the racetrack in the middle of the back straightaway. Took a hard lick to that outside wall. Let's go back to Joe Moore.
Draft had formed up down on the inside. They were trying to blow by Dale Earnhardt. When they did, he got squeezed up into the outside retaining wall, made contact first with Dale Jarrett, and then hit the wall again, spinning around several times before finally coming to rest down towards turn 3.
Ernie Irvan also damaged in the accident, as was Dale Jarrett's car. Now the 6-car lead draft deciding the 500 is down to just 3. Bill Elliott led them to the caution with Jeff Gordon second and Terry Labonte third. Here comes Ernie Irvan's car to the pit lane, minus its hood, flat tires on the machine and the like. Dale Jarrett's car is limping down toward the pit road off of turn 4, while Dale Earnhardt's car sits on the inside of the back straightaway. Let's go back to Joe Moore.
Well, Earnhardt's car broke loose down at our end of the racetrack and ended up down closer to Mike Bagley.
Right now, the safety crews are on the scene. Dale just dropped the window net as now an army of rescue vehicles, the ambulance, also safety crews converge on his black Chevrolet.
And we'll keep you posted there as we get any more developments on Dale Earnhardt. Right now, let's go to pit road.
Well, Dale Jarrett is here on pit road. Larry McReynolds just looked over at us and said that Dale had talked with him, so he seems to be okay. They still haven't gotten him out of the race car. A lot of damage to the left front of Dale Jarrett's car, some damage to the right side. Ernie Irvan is down in his pit, minus his hood in front of Eli Gold.
Crew trying to make sure they can get back and finish this event. That's the bottom line here as they work towards the final 10 laps of the 500.
Irvan does roll back out onto the speedway for Dale Earnhardt. Another Daytona 500 will end in an unfortunate manner. It looked like, because we have the benefit of a video replay, Earnhardt's car just hit the wall off of turn number 2. The car just went high on him and hit the wall and came back across the racetrack into Dale Jarrett and Ernie Irvan's machine. Then after he caught the wall, he came off the wall, made the contact with Irvan and Jarrett, then went back into the wall, flipped over on his roof, then flipped back onto all 4 wheels and spun into the infield grass. So Earnhardt's car apparently just getting away off of turn number 2 and catching Jarrett and Irvan in the process.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked like the car just simply went into the outside wall. He clipped it and bounced him back out in the racetrack, and then it was on to the roof when the car came up, looped one time, and skidded out on the infield. He did get out of the car under his own power over there. We didn't see that.
Dale has climbed from the car. Now another look at that, Barney, and Jeff Gordon was side by side with Earnhardt, and there might have been some contact there between those two, although it looked like Earnhardt did hit the wall first, and then the contact was on the rebound from the wall that he might have bumped Gordon, then the contact with Jarrett and Irvan, and then the flip for Earnhardt's car that sent it sliding down the back straightaway. But again, Dale has climbed from the machine, though he will not win the 1997 Daytona 500 after being a strong contender early and then late in the race. He wasn't really a factor in the mid part. Now he is done for the day.
Here's Dale Jarrett coming back onto pit road. Ernie Irvan bringing his car back into the pits one more time. Let's follow up on those pit stops.
Well, the crew now working on the left side, cranking it up on Ernie Irvan's car. Again, his hood is completely gone. Dale Earnhardt, when he came back down across the track, Irvan clipped him and sent the hood flying off of the Texaco Haviland car back on pit road. Dale Jarrett, they taped up the front grill section where your left front headlight would be. They're pulling away the sheet metal from the left front of the tire section. Also some damage to the right front of the car. So the aerodynamics are going to be messed up a little bit on Dale Jarrett's car. He will be able to finish, but much further back in the pack, a lot heavier damage to Ernie Irvan's Ford.
Now the trick to the 500, Barney, is that we are now down to 10 laps to go in the race, and we'll have 9 when the field comes back across the stripe this time. The cleanup work continues out on the back straightaway, so this is going to turn into a sprint to the finish. And there's old Bill Elliott sitting out front of the pack with that wounded clutch in his machine, needing a little bit of get up and go on a restart. This could be some interesting restart when we get ready to decide the race. Well, we've seen a lot of amazing things here at Daytona over the years. We have just seen another one after flipping his car on the back straightaway, climbing from the machine, getting in the ambulance. Dale Earnhardt decided what he saw was finishable. So he got back into the race car, strapped in, fired it up, and has driven it back around to the pit lane where it sits in front of Winston Kelly.
This is absolutely amazing. Probably next to the situation at Watkins Glen. He drove the car back around. He didn't have his helmet on. He has put it back on now. And the top of the roof section is pushed down just in front of where Earnhardt's looking out on the car. A lot of damage. The trunk section is completely peeled off. The rear bumper section is off. But the Goodwrench crew has swarmed over the car. Larry McReynolds and the boys taping it up just enough to get him back out there and get some laps and get some valuable points. He wants that 8th Winston Cup championship more than anything else.
Absolutely unreal what Dale Earnhardt's doing right now. Another guy that really came out of that well is Jeff Gordon. We're watching the replay that we have here in our booth and a monitor. Also, he missed that crash by less than a foot when Earnhardt came around and almost clipped him in the rear, but he comes away unscathed also.
It is time to settle the 1997 Daytona 500. The field will get the green flag with 7 laps to go in the race. The yellow waving after an accident with 11 to go involving Dale Earnhardt, racing with Jeff Gordon for 2nd position off of turn number 2. Got into the wall, got turned upside down in his car. He, Dale Jarrett, and Ernie Irvan all involved. All 3 will continue and finish the race, though Earnhardt's machine is still on pit road being repaired.
Earnhardt on the inside and Sterling Marlin outside.
And Ernie going with Earnhardt down on the inside. That's going to hit. Oh, he touched trouble.
Terrible crash. Front of the field all torn up. Earnhardt's car destroyed. A major crash. Sterling Marlin taking off the gloves. Earnhardt's number 3. Head on into the wall at 190 miles an hour.
He almost got upside down. That car got very high off the ground.
That's Ward Burton there. You can see the.
And they're going to cut him out of the car. And Earnhardt is on his feet. Dale Earnhardt attempting to walk to the ambulance. Never, never doubt that cliche about Dale Earnhardt. One tough customer gives the thumbs up as he walks away from one of the worst incidents in his racing career.
But you can see Earnhardt is leading. Ernie Irvan trying to pass the 4-car of Sterling Marlin, touches him, shoots the left front of Marlin's car down into Earnhardt. Earnhardt into the wall, and then since they were at the front of the pack, lots of other cars came along and got involved.
Earnhardt rolling over in that incident. Another angle.
Boy, as close as it, you see Earnhardt's car gets upside down and gets hit there by
a Cope.
That's Robert Presley. That's Robert Presley in the 33 got into Earnhardt when he was upside down there.
But Cope was the first one, got him in the roof. Derek Cope in that 12 tangled with him as well as it was spinning and crashing. From the in-car camera of Dale Earnhardt at 190 miles per hour approaching turn 1. Sterling Marlin's pictures of this incident. And Sterling okay after that one. Dale Earnhardt has at least a broken collarbone. Another look.
Well, you can see the 28 and the 4-car touch, and the 4-car gets into the right rear of Earnhardt, shoots him right straight into the wall. Earnhardt's car gets on its roof, gets hit first by Derek Cope, and then the car 33 of Robert Presley comes along and hits him as well. And lots of other cars get involved. Simply nowhere to go. When you got that many cars running at that speed, that was the fastest part of the racetrack. When they came just past the start-finish line, well, there's going to be some big damage, and there certainly was.
Couple of corporate teammates, Waltrip and Earnhardt Jr. Then the man who owns those cars, Dale Earnhardt.
This crowd is on their feet. They want to see the finish of the Daytona 500. They'll look at the white flag. They go back to turn one for the final time.
We'll soon find out. Michael Waltrip doing everything he can to hold on to the race lead. He has to go low to block Dale Earnhardt Jr. He keeps it pinned down low. Earnhardt Jr. still riding in second. They're all chasing Michael Waltrip on the super stretch.
Does Earnhardt Jr. have anything left? He's going to try. Waltrip to the bottom, trying to throw on the block. Successful so far. 3 wide behind, halfway down the back straightaway. Waltrip with maybe a 1 car length lead over Earnhardt Jr. to 3.
Michael Waltrip showing the muscle. Everything stacks up from third on back. Dale Earnhardt gets turned sideways. He'll take Schrader. Earnhardt and Schrader are in the wall. Waltrip leads off 4.
Coming down to the finish, though, it is Michael Waltrip trying to hold off Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 463 tries. Finally, Michael Waltrip is going to win a NASCAR Winston Cup race, winning the Daytona 500, the biggest of them all. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is second, Rusty Wallace third, Ricky Rudd fourth, and fifth is Bill Elliott. Let's go to Eli Gold.
Sitting directly in front of me, the Ken Schrader car and the Dale Earnhardt car. Earnhardt was on the low side of the racetrack. Someone turned his car. He went shooting up the banking directly into the route that Kenny Schrader was occupying. Schrader now very quickly calling over for the medical crews to come to attend and check on Dale Earnhardt. So Schrader, climbing from his car, very quickly ran to the number 3, peers into the car, and calls to the medical crews who are quickly coming to the scene.
Dale Earnhardt took a really hard shot into that outside wall of the final lap here at Daytona. We'll update you further there in just a moment.
Well, in hot pursuit of Dale Earnhardt Jr., who is going out toward turn 4 to see if he can find out about his father. He's looking for the care center. Dale Jr., the care center's this way. They don't know anything yet about your father. Tell us about those last few laps.
Well, I was trying to stay behind Michael and see what happened at the end. But they had a big wreck back there, so they didn't have real no help. So Michael won his first race.
Did you have any chance of getting around him, or did you have to have some help?
I was just hanging on. He had a good car. We were just hanging on. Hell of a race for Michael. I'm proud of him. I'm glad for DEI for finishing 1 and 2 today. It's pretty cool.
That's Dale Earnhardt Jr., who's going to the care center. He's trying to check on his father. He comes home second in the Budweiser.